I am doing peachy.
Just peachy.
Yeah. So what's going on? What's going on?
Just out here in these streets trying to make a few films. That's all.
Oh Lord, already with the madness. Already with
I can't help it. It don't turn off.
it. Okay, so did you get a chance to see Rashana's article?
Yes, I did. I read it earlier. It was awesome. Yeah, I
Thank
did.
you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so tell me, because I really discovered you during the web series Anonymous,
Uh huh.
and that was really awesome. I loved it, loved your character, hated your character, wanted to strangle your character, all that good stuff. So my question to you is exactly how did you get into acting?
Well, you want
Honest,
you want the truth,
the truth, yes.
partial truth. I give you the partial truth first, then I give you the truth.
Okay, oh Lord. Let me brace myself, Jesus.
So yeah, I did a couple plays like church when I was younger, and then at school, like high school, is in this peer group where we traveled and kind of did some improv stuff.
Okay.
But other than that, once I started modeling a few years ago, and then that's when I met Rashana,
Okay.
and we did a calendar together, and then earlier this year, she just kind of deboed me. She was like, "Hey, I got this project. I need you to play this character." And I was just kind of like, "All right, so what we doing?
Okay.
I'm ready." And then it's been a wrap ever since.
So you just dived in. After she told you that you just dived in.
Yeah,
Okay, okay.
like one of those things, like when something is good and like you ready, even though you weren't really thinking about it.
Uh-huh.
Like that's how it was. That's why I was just like, usually I'm not like that gung ho about stuff. I'm kind of like, nah, let me check that out first. She was like, oh, we want to do this, and this, and I'm like, bet, what we doing? What we
Okay. So I'm guessing what would you classify yourself as an independent artist, an independent actor, or mainstream, wanting to go in the mainstream? How you want to classify this?
I want to take it as far as I can go.
Okay.
I don't really feel like I have any limits. Like right now, I would say independent, of course, because I mean I'm not mainstream. I'm really nobody, and you know what I'm saying. Yeah, but yeah, I want to end up being mainstream if that's the case. But at the same time, um, I don't want to be. I'm not going to be owned by somebody. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Now I'm represented by Clear Pitch Productions, and I like it that way because it still let me be my own individual person.
Okay, I could definitely tell that. Like I said, a lot of your passion, a lot of your drive really shows through in your acting, and that's what I really like. And you really don't see that too many with mainstream actors and actresses. So do you act? So would you consider going into mainstream if you had the chance, or are you comfortable with being independent because the freedom that you have?
Right now, I'm comfortable being independent. Like I said, if everything is right, then
Mhm.
I'll go. But I'm not going to just to so I can say, oh, I'm mainstream because I really don't care to be famous. If it comes with it, that's fine. Just pay me, I'm good.
Okay. Okay, so to this date, what do you think your most challenging role has been?
Most challenging role,
Mhm.
um, I would say that like the first one,
Okay, tell me about it.
Anthony Erickson, because first off, it was actually like the first time I had to be somebody else, and
Uh-huh.
like put me into it. I mean I was in there a little bit, but I had to completely switch because that was completely different than how I actually am.
Okay.
And then not only from that first episode, but to actually transition, he kind of evolved a little bit in the fifth episode from how he was in the first one. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
even that part was a little different. It was fun because, like you said, like just like you watch other shows. I'll use Breaking Bad for instance. Like from the very first episode to some of the later ones, you get to see how the characters evolve and stuff like that. And so
Right, right.
to actually go through that personally and have the same character at the same time.
Okay. Let me see. Rashawn in my interview with Rashana, one of the things she said as an independent director is
Mm-hmm.
that because of because of today's society, today's image, there's such a huge negative, picture of African American people being in negative roles such as gangbanging and everything. What I mean, as an independent artist, what is your goal? In your goal in regards to that? Do you try to stray away from those roles, or are you willing to take on any role?
I'll take on any role. I prefer not to be stereotyped into a role though. Uh,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? Like it's different when you end up playing a role because you audition for it or you fit that role for that film or that feature versus somebody saying, "Hey, yeah, he's probably used to this," and because he's black or because he's white or Mexican, and and then they put you in that role, so you've been stereotyped into this role. That's not what I'm going to do.
Okay. 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 So let me see. So you said that you're a model and other things. What's some of the other projects you have coming up?
Well, I started in modeling.
Okay.
the, we shift gears pretty fast once this started. So I do a little bit here and there. For the most part, my primary focus is um, film and acting.
Okay.
That's what the majority of my passion is. I feel like I can express myself a lot more than I can if I'm like saying some people are really good at being photogenic and expressing themselves through a photo. I don't
Mhm.
think I'm as good doing that as I am on camera.
Okay. Okay. So you really love the film, the acting. You can really you can really get lost in yourself.
Well, in the character, not
Yo,
myself.
yo, I mean, that's what I meant,
You
Lord.
don't want me to get lost in myself. I'd be all over the place. But
Okay, okay, okay. So, what some of the other projects do you have coming up? Do you have, if you have any? I mean,
I'll be the main character in that short that we have coming out. It's called "Can't Leave It Alone."
okay.
Leave her alone. Like I said, we did that calendar. It was for juvenile diabetes. Uh,
Oh,
I did a fitness a fashion show.
hmm.
Of course, Anonymous a series, and then of course in the mind of. I actually did one little. I really don't. I really don't tell people this, but I did this. The very first role I had in the film, I was a criminal.
Okay.
I was running for. Well, it was like it's another low budget film, and they haven't even put anything out yet. He was like, I was running from this cop and all this stuff, and he caught me, and we were kind of acting. It was cool, but I really don't consider that because I mean nothing really came about it, and I'm like, okay, I haven't even seen anything but a trailer.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't really take it too serious on that. I'm like, all right, whatever. So Anonymous is my first actual project.
Okay. 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 Because, wow. Wow. That was, like I said, that is a really interesting series. Like I said, I really love your acting. I love the entire cast. Y'all are absolutely wonderful. Y'all really are. And
Thank you.
it's good to see African Americans being positive and taking on, doing their thing, taking on challenges. So I really have to commend everybody from you. to Rashana, to everyone on the staff in that Clear Picture Productions.
Yeah, every we have a bunch of individuals, but at the same time, everybody puts itself them personally aside to
Hmm.
become a team and get work done, and that's what it's all about. Um, we really don't deal well with negativity. We deal with it well, but I mean, anybody that's negative, I mean, we can't really. We're trying. We have a positive image, so anything that's negative has to go, and that's taken. All of us have changed things in our own personal lives to make sure that we've cleaned everything up if we want to be a part of this. And then I showed her like, hey, because we have a positive image, so we want to keep that. We got to clean up everything else on the outside.
Right, right, right. Okay. As an independent artist,
Uh huh.
um, let me see. I know you hear a lot of people talk about bootlegging and everything. What's your take on it? Because, you know, one half is like everybody's like, hey, the economy is bad. We want to see, but we can't really afford to see the movie at the theater. But as Rashana and a lot of other artists say, that would hurt. That hurts sales. That hurts IMDb rankings. So, what are your takes on that?
I'm just like honestly, I used to do that. Like I used to buy bootlegs. I haven't bought them in I don't know how long.
Mhm.
People say, "Oh, I don't buy CDs anymore. I don't buy DVDs." If I don't go to the movie and watch it, and or I don't rent movies or anything like that. There's nothing wrong with renting. Um, I just go buy it
Okay.
just because. And I actually started that before I started getting into this film and stuff, and then it kind of just went along with it, and I wasn't even really thinking about it. I'm just like, maybe I want to watch it again. I don't
Okay.
want to bootleg it. So then when I actually started getting into the filming stuff, I'm like, you know what, that really makes sense. I understand where people are coming from as far as economy's bad and they don't want to spend the extra money, but at the same time, it's kind of like that's how they make their living. That's just like you going like somebody else going to work for free.
Right.
You know, they not gonna want to go to the job. They're like, oh, the boss is like, come on in today, but I'm not gonna pay you. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
They gonna look like, no, I'm not coming in there.
If I can't get paid,
No, if you're not paying me, I'm not coming in there. So it's the same thing.
exactly.
Like, this is what we're trying to do for a living. So if I'm still out there bootlegging and this and that, how can I expect somebody else not to do that to my stuff?
Exactly. Okay. Okay. Now what's your take on, like say, once again coming from as an independent artist, what is your take on film festivals? How, are they, does it serve a huge purpose, or is it like, hey, just some folks getting together, blase, blase, blue.
I haven't gone to a film festival personally yet. I'm going to the next one.
Okay, okay, I hope to see you there because I'm looking to go too. Yes.
I'm going to the next one. But from what I've noticed and what I've learned about how some of this stuff works, and like I said, I'm still fairly new. So
Hmm.
what I know and what I view is I think film festivals, if you go to the right ones, they are very, very beneficial.
Okay.
I don't feel like it's a waste of time because how often do you see like these really big award shows and like these independent films or foreign films are winning stuff all the time, and you like, I never see that movie. It didn't come out. It wasn't.
That's what I would say too. I'm like, that movie did what?
So
Really?
yeah. So even it's not about like hitting it big at one time because that rarely happens.
Hmm.
It's once you start opening those doors. Once one door opens, bam, we go this way, and then if another couple more open, and we pick which one to go to. That may lead to something that just blows up. You never know who you're gonna meet at these different places.
Right, right.
So
Okay, let me see. As once again, okay, I would say now this question is coming from both sides, both being as, African American and both as an actor. Are you, you hear a lot of people say, we should support our own movies and, our own features and everything. However, there are also other people that will say, we should support, anything out there. What side are you on?
I don't. I love us.
Okay.
I really do. But I didn't grow up with the. I did grow up with racial tension and separation, but at the same time, that's not how I was raised.
Right.
Does it make sense?
Mhm.
Okay.
Perfect
So
sense.
I don't look at color like that. If
Okay.
if it's an all African American film feature or show, if it's good, I watch it. I support it hands down. If it's terrible, I don't care. It's terrible. The product speaks for itself. Has nothing to do with color. So anything, I feel like if you're going to support something, support it for the right reasons.
Okay.
Support it because it's actually a good feature or something like that that you actually enjoy, not because the people that created were black, or not because the people created were white, or vice versa, whatever. Because there are films out there, there's stuff out there that the black people have done. It's not very good. White people have done. It's not very good. Asian
Right.
have done. It's not very good. And then on the other hand, it's stuff that all of us have done that is awesome. So I don't look like. I mean, for somebody to, if somebody was to say that to me, it probably wouldn't go too well because that's not me.
Right.
Like, I don't do the whole discrimination thing. I don't care what color you are because at the end of the day, after all that stuff is done, the only color that really matters is green.
The almighty dollar.
That's
Okay, well, Sean, thank you so much for your interview and for your time. And I'm definitely looking forward to in the mindset of a man or woman. And I will definitely be seeing you at next year's film festival.
Oh yeah, you gonna see me.
Definitely, definitely. Thank you so much again.
All right, thank you.
All right, take care.
All right.